This is the Get Involved presentation. We are from Student Activities. My name is Sarah Foxco, and I'm a graduate assistant. I work with student organizations and large events on campus, and I sort of do risk management for them. And this is Kayla. If you can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Booker. I'm a senior majoring in logistics and supply chain management here at UNT, and thank you all for coming to get involved.
All right, so to get started, we're going to sort of talk just about why would you want to get involved on campus. There are a lot of reasons to get involved on campus. I can speak from my own personal experience that I've had so many amazing experiences being involved in clubs and organizations and events on campus. But there's also some real hard data that shows that students who are involved in their campus are much more likely to have higher GPAs when they graduate, are likely to get better jobs when they graduate, just because they stand out to employers and they have that higher GPA. And you learn time management, you learn all these skills that even if they don't seem directly related to the organization that you're in, you're still learning these skills that can be widely applicable. Like for example, I'm the president of an a cappella group here on campus, but I didn't just learn how to sing with them. I have learned how to manage people and how to manage my time better and how to write plans that are detailed from next to the minute and all sorts of stuff like that that really have nothing to do with singing, but are definitely things that I've been able to take away from that experience.
So to start, we're going to talk about the University Program Council, or better known as UPC. UPC is a student-run programming board here on campus. Basically, they plan all of the big events on campus, such as DIY craft nights, silent discos. I believe they have karaoke in the syndicate, just different fun things that all of you all can just get in for free with your UNT ID. If you like and have a niche for planning events, then you can join UPC. There's different committees. They range from film committees, arts, spirit, or music committees. So if you just have a love for wanting to get involved with UPC, their applications, I believe, are open and are open for membership as well.
Next up we have Rec Sports. So Rec Sports is probably the largest exercise institution on campus for sure. They do a variety of things like group exercise, outdoor pursuits, intramurals, and sports clubs alongside just their rec center. The rec center is really neat. You can get in and use all sorts of exercise equipment. I've been there before. I do not know how to use all the machines, please don't ask me. But you can get in for free with your student ID and you can use all the machines. You can swim in the pool. Sorry, I apologize. These slides are timed, so they kind of skip ahead every so often, but we're going to try to keep it on track. But they have the pool there that you can use, all sorts of courts. You can check out equipment. I checked out basketballs and badminton rackets with my friends, and you can go back and play whenever you want, and that's also for free. But there are some things that you pay for. You pay for group exercise classes. That includes everything from training with weights and with different exercise equipment, and you kind of sort of take a little tour around the gym, and they'll teach you how to use everything. And you can also do dance fitness, Zumba, all sorts of stuff. Those classes are super fun. You usually have to pay around $5 or $10 to get in, or you can get a pass for the whole semester. Please don't quote me on this, but the last I checked, it was around $25 to $30 for a whole semester of classes, which is pretty good, since they have classes most days of the week. But if you want the exact price on that, I would definitely recommend checking out their website or calling the rec center and asking. They also do outdoor pursuits, which ranges anywhere from day trips to weekend trips to week-long trips. And the price for that is anywhere from free to a couple $100 usually for the week-long trips. And that'll be over things like spring break and sometimes summer break or winter break. Yes?
I'm sorry, what kind of trips were they?
Oh, these are, they're called outdoor pursuits. And you basically get to go off campus anywhere from the Lake Louisville area all the way out to New Mexico. And for different trips, and you can do all sorts of activities like climbing, hiking, canoeing, bouldering, camping, pretty much any outdoor thing you can think of. And like I said, those trips range from anywhere from free, typically you're staying pretty close to around here, to a couple $100, but that's for a week, and I believe that includes, it says it includes transportation, instruction, equipment, and meals, so that's a really good deal. The intramurals, those are our more casual sports teams. It's really just for fun. You don't do a lot of competitions, but you learn a lot about the sport, you make a lot of really good friends, and it's really good if you're not interested in traveling and fundraising and competing. That's more of our sports focus. But if you're just interested in having fun and meeting new people, intramurals are a great place to start. If you do want to get a bit more competitive, we always have our sports clubs. That includes things like soccer, wrestling, baseball, archery, wakeboarding, and those are more competitive. They travel more often, and they do a lot of fundraising and payment plans for that sort of stuff. So if that's an issue, like, don't let it stop you from joining that. Just note that going in. Oh, one last thing for that, sorry. There is Sportsapalooza on September 22nd at Library Mall if you want to learn more about the sports clubs. And all the sports teams will be out there, and they'll sort of be like recruiting and also giving information about what they do.
So here at the Multicultural Center and the Pride Alliance, there's like many different ethnic groups that you can kind of get involved with and then also be a part of the Pride Alliance. Some of the multicultural programs that they have is one called the Black Student Experience, and that is basically a weekend retreat where incoming freshmen come together. They learn about career readiness and different social skills and kind of networking as well to kind of get connected with each other. You also have LHSE, Latin Hispanic Student Experience. That's basically the same thing as Black Student Experience as well. And on top of that, you have the Asian Pacific American Empowerment Conference and then the Fly Peer Ambassador Program, which that is basically where you're able to get a mentor here at UNT, and they're able to kind of mentor you throughout your first year through UNT as well. And then for the Pride Alliance, this is where you'll be able to kind of join, learn about, get educated about and engagement with and support for the LGBTQIAA+ community. And so with this, the Multicultural Center is a good place to meet other people and gain friends, and also they have cool events as well. And so, is anyone in here interested in Greek life or fraternities and sororities? Yeah, cool. So basically the main pillars, the 4 pillars that Greek life kind of upholds is leadership, academic, success, service, brotherhood, and sisterhood. And with this, UNT kind of has Panhellenic, interfraternity, National Panhellenic, and I believe there's one more. Sorry. And one more, and multicultural. So multicultural and National Panhellenic, those are kind of be similar. They're going to be more discretion. You have to kind of attend their events to express interest. And then interfraternity and Panhellenic, they have like an open bidding process, and you kind of go to their events from there and kind of meet and socialize with them as well.
Next, we have the Center for Leadership and Service. So. Yes. So they do all sorts of things as well. So starting with the service part, a big thing they do is alternative breaks. So that's a variety of week-long and weekend service opportunities. A lot of these happen, I believe, on winter break and spring break, and I believe that there's multiple for each of those. They usually work with a distinct set of social issues. Like there will be a trip that's working mainly with kids in need, and one for animals, and one for hunger or homelessness, and so on and so forth. They take bands to different locations across the country, like anywhere from anywhere in Texas to New Orleans, Memphis. And the cost is around $300 per trip. But again, fundraising opportunities and payment plans are available, so don't let cost be a factor in whether or not you want to go. The students who have gone on these trips have really, really enjoyed it. And they said it's been a life-changing experience. And so if that's something that you're interested in, that's a really great way to get involved in service. And another way, if you can't commit a whole weekend or a whole week, is the Make a Difference Day and Big Event. So Make a Difference Day is in fall, Big Event is in spring. Make a Difference Day, at least from my personal experience, you'll sign up usually with an org or something, and they'll kind of ask where do you want to go? Do you want to stay on campus or go off campus? And they'll assign you a location. Like last year, I worked in the community garden with a student org that I'm in, and we did some gardening for a couple hours and got to meet other people from other organizations, and we all got to do that service for the community. And then other groups went off campus and served in homeless shelters or food banks and stuff like that. And then Big Event. Last year, I'm not sure if it's what they do every year, but last year they were supporting Cook Children's Hospital, and my acapella group actually got to perform there, which was a really fun time for us. But they raised money, and last year they were raising money for Cook Children's Hospital here in Denton, and I believe that they did raise quite a bit of money for that. So if you'd like to help with that, there's so many volunteer opportunities associated with that. They are always looking for more help. And for Big Event, they are looking for 10,000 hours of service on that day. So for the leadership side, for the Center for Leadership and Service, you have the Emerging Leaders Program, which is a fall program for first and second year students. It's 6 weeks long with a retreat at the end. You get to develop your leadership skills and get connected with other students. And there's also a program that's specifically focused on Greek life for Greek emerging leaders in the spring. And then next is All for North Texas / North Texas for All. And that's a day-long conference to build leadership skills, and that'll happen in September, and I believe registration is opening soon, so keep an eye out if that's something that sounds interesting to you. And then lastly is Leadership, which is immediately after the spring semester ends, so like right in May. We do an immersive workshop on leadership topics. You get to work in small groups, and you find something that you would like to solve, and then you make a plan to solve it with those people. And that's been a really great experience for students here at UNT. And next we have student government. So how many of you guys were involved in like student council or student government in high school? Anybody in here? Okay, well that's not a problem. You can always get involved in college. I wasn't involved in it either back when I was in high school, but I was an intern when I came into my freshman year of college here at UNT, and that's a really, really great program. I learned so much from that, not just about being in student government, because I'm actually not in student government anymore, but I would say that that program still helped me to just become a better student in college and here at UNT specifically. Typically they select around 30 people to be in that program. You get a mentor, you learn about student government, you learn what it means to be a college student, and just like really what it takes to succeed in college. So that application, I believe, should be opening now, if not very, very soon. And it's usually a pretty quick turnaround, so I would definitely be on the lookout for that. Student government, they have a Twitter. I would definitely check there. It'll be posted there. And then next is the Senate. So if that's something you're interested in as well, that'll be in the spring semester that you can start applying for that. You have to run, and that'll involve getting signatures from people in the college that you want to represent. If it's the college that you are a part of, say like I'm a political science major, I'm in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, I need to get a certain number of signatures to run and have basically like the support of the full college. But let's say College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, they already have a lot of senators, but the College of Music is looking for more senators, and I have a music background. I could represent the College of Music. I would just need to get more signatures than I would from my own college if I was running there. So you don't let that be a factor either. If you have a passion for something else, I would definitely recommend running just as much with another college if that's what you want to do. And that'll be late at the end of the school year that you would run. Other involvement opportunities with student government are their committees, and that's if you really want to get involved in a very specific issue. So they have like the Fine Arts Series Committee, Bee Campus USA, like promoting the health and wellness and safety of bees on campus, and then bicycle safety for students who bike around campus a lot. They've done a lot of really great work. I don't know how many of you guys are from around here, but I've been going to UNT for about 3 years now, and the number of bike lanes, and specifically like protected bike lanes in the past few years has really skyrocketed, which has been really amazing.
So for orientation and transition programs, basically, how many of you all were kind of went to your orientation day or week in the summer? Did you guys enjoy it? Yeah, cool. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed and want to do that for the incoming freshmen, after all, here's a good chance to do this. Orientation and transition programs, you can be an OL, an orientation leader. That's basically what you have, and you can do that for the incoming freshmen. You can kind of mentor them through that summer. You get to meet different freshmen throughout the summer as well, and it grows your leadership. It grows like your confidence as well as it's a good networking opportunity. Another thing is, again, like I said, mentoring. You can have a mentor through college, and then also when you get to be like a sophomore, junior, you can be a mentor to incoming freshmen or sophomores as well. It's a way to look up, for them to look up to you. So yeah. So for housing, how many of you all stay in a dorm? Who stays in Maple? Yeah, I stayed in Maple. Anybody stay in Kerr? Kerr. Doug Green. Nice. Oh, what am I forgetting?
Anyone in Rollins?
Rollins? No? Okay. Okay, so basically, I was in my freshman year, Maple Street Hall Association, Maple Hall, and I was in their Maple Street Hall Association intern kind of program, and that's basically where I was able to coordinate events for the Maple, or for my hall. So I was able to kind of put on like fun, cool events. We're able to get my hall like out of their rooms. It's a social event, and I want to stress to you all to please go to your RA's events and put a lot of time and effort into these things. And so half the time, like you go, like it's probably free food or free shirts, like something free. And who doesn't love anything free, especially college students? So I would say please just go. And if you're looking into getting to be in housing, such as being an RA, being a part of your residence hall association is a really good thing to have in your resume, and they can look back on that as well because you have that experience. And so any of that, they also do have like other events that are fun. I think Bruce Hall does the haunted house every year, so that's a really cool thing to go to as well. So just go out there, kind of meet other people, meet the people that's living next to you. Like, it's a really good experience. Cherish your, living in a dorm. Oh, yes.
Is there a difference between this and hall council?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Is there a difference between this and hall council?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've always heard it called RHA at UNT, but it may differ from hall to hall. So, or dorm.
Okay, so for student activities, this is the part that we both know about because we both work for student activities. So let's see. So student activities has around 450 organizations on campus. So I know that sounds like a lot. That's very intimidating. But there actually are a lot of resources to help find out what's right for you and what you might want to get involved in. Because while we would definitely recommend getting involved, definitely don't get more involved in student orgs than your classes. You definitely still want to get a good GPA and make good grades and be involved in that as well. But yeah, we encourage you to get involved with one org, sort of with your major, and then something with an interest. Like for me, my freshman year, I'm a political science major, so I got involved with student government and sort of did the intern program because I want to go into politics one day, so that was sort of related to my field of study. And then I got involved in an a cappella group for my interest and then a Bible study on the side, and that was a really good mix for me. I feel like it's really just about finding how well you manage your time and what you want to devote your time to, and from there you can figure out how and in what ways you want to get involved. So for searching for orgs, we actually have a tool called OrgSync that'll help you figure out what you want to get involved in, and we'll look at that a little bit later and sort of do some examples with that. But if you are looking on OrgSync and you want to get involved in, if you love hang gliding and you're looking on OrgSync and you realize that we don't have anything for hang gliding, you can actually come to us at Student Activities and tell us that you want to start a new club, and as long as you have 7 other people who are interested in starting that club with you, we'll help you get started and walk you through that whole process and help you create a new organization at UNT.
And so for campus-wide events, basically Student Activities puts on like the big, I would say, fun events, traditional events as well on campus. So we do things such as homecoming, which that is a week-long event, and that'll be in October. So that's a really good thing to come out for. I was on the homecoming committee, so I was able to plan with other peers of UNT's homecoming, and then I had my own event, which was the Scrappy Games coordinator. And so basically my event job was to plan competitive games for student organizations. So it was a really fun and good time. So if that's something you're interested in, I believe like homecoming applications will start like this next year in the spring, and then you have to plan from like maybe like end of May to like all the way up to October when homecoming will start. So it's a good way to get involved as well. And then other events that we have coming up. Tomorrow, Mean Green Fleet, as she said before, Mean Green Fleet is tomorrow, so that's a good way. All organizations will be out tabling, and that's a good event to kind of get connected, see what you like, see what you don't like, and it's a way also just to get out your dorm and just see what UNT has to offer. And then another events are Founders Day, and that's basically the celebration of when UNT was founded. So that's always a good event to come out to. And then University Day is basically when the celebration of UNT was first called the North Texas Normal College, and then they switched over to the University of North Texas. So that's another good celebration to come out to. Again, all these events are free with your UNT ID. There'll be free food, free shirts, free merchandise. And then EarthFest, that's basically a celebration of low sustainability, and that's another good event to come out to as well. And yes, did you have a question?
Where are the organizations going to be? Are they just going to be like everywhere on campus?
It'll mainly be on the South Lawn, so basically in the Union, and outside the Union.
Thank you.
Okay. So tonight, if you guys are free, Kiki Palmer is coming to UNT. You can get it in free with your, I think it's just free. If not, just bring your UNT ID. But it's a great thing to come to. Every year, UNT has a distinguished speaker, and this year we have Kiki Palmer, and she is coming tonight at 8:15. But I advise to get there super early because it's about to be super, super packed. But with that, also make sure to come to athletic games. Come cheer on our Mean Green football team and our basketball teams and other sports related. At the football team, there's like a tradition of lighting McConnell Tower when we win, and then there's a fire off the Boomer Cannon when we score. So it's a really good atmosphere to be around, another good way to get out your dorm as well. And again, just come support our UNT sports. Yes.
Is that today the Kiki Palmer thing? It says Monday, August 22nd.
Yes, so it got canceled yesterday due to the rain, like her flight got canceled, but it is moved today.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, this presentation was made a few days ago and they just changed it yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and so with the talents, spirits and traditions, or excuse me, they basically are keep this spirit alive, and they maintain tradition for the UNT. So basically, if you're interested in keeping the spirit alive, I would say join the talents. They do community service events, and they keep the again, like I said, the spirit alive at football games and any fun UNT event. This is where you can be scrappy. You can just, or what else do they do? Oh, they light the bonfire at homecoming, so it's a really cool group to be in as well if you want to have like that live energy, and it's open to everyone. Okay, so I am a campus life ambassador, and so what I do, one of my jobs is I do involvement advising. So basically, if you are needing a little bit of assistance of trying to find what org is for you, then I would sit down with you and we would kind of go over your personal interests and see what you like and see what you don't like. And so it is my job to kind of help you find that right organization for you. It usually maybe is about like 15 to 30 minutes. You know, it's not, don't be intimidated. I'm just like a student just as you are. So, you know, I've been there before. So yes, if it's not me, then it's another CLA, but it's a really good opportunity if you do need that extra assistance.